All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic start to your Friday. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good and strong trading day. And yeah, we can see what's kind of shaping up or going on or coming together here this morning. And we can kind of see if we've got any reasonable amount of momentum. Got to be a little bit careful here on a Friday. I think it's been pretty smooth trading week, but I still think that there's like a little bit of I don't know a natural bias to take things easy on a Friday, or to try to make things even better on Fridays, or to um, I don't know, like try to reverse our fortunes, right? If we didn't get it, it's almost like, oh, it's the last day of the week for us to prove to ourselves that we're good traders or whatever it might be. And that's not the reality, right? So we got to be a little bit careful not to make any dumb decisions. We have been successful because we've done an excellent job here following our rules, and that's the thing to keep focusing on here, right? That's the thing to keep working towards. That's the thing that we continue to have to control. And if we can't do those things, or we choose to not do those things, then we're probably screwed, and won't matter what day of the week it is. um Couple things before we get started here. Just another quick reminder, right? I will never message you guys showing you different P&L from what we had in the stream, trading different instruments or different products. I'm never going to send you a message to say that, hey, give me your money. I'm going to trade for you in stuff that I don't do on stream. I'm never going to reach out directly and ask you to do anything to like secure the community, or something along those lines. So please be wary of imposters and people who are using Discord's pathetic privacy policy to be able to reach out and communicate with you. It is strongly recommended, right, that you set your profile to not accept DMs from people who don't share a server. And it's important that you verify friend requests and things of those nature, instead of just assuming it is who you are talking to. So please, guys, um, please use some like online hygiene, right, when using the online community. There are imposters running around there of me, so please be aware that I'm never going to reach out asking you for those specific things, or anything along those lines. I will reach out to you asking for how did your trading day go, right? Asking you to send my journal, or giving you feedback on a journal that you have sent me. I will send messages asking, like following up, right, on pain points that you had in your trading. I will never send messages with the end game of trading for you. So please, guys, please be aware. There are a lot of warnings everywhere. Um, and so please be careful, guys. All right. So yes, or I should check economic calendar here first, I guess. We got a lot of Fed speak by the looks of it. And then some 10 a.m. data. Sorry, I need an excuse to have a sip of coffee. And yeah, we're looking to see basically a continuation story. Now, VIX is at 20.5, so not maybe a ton of space left in this implied move, right? We've done kind of half of that implied move here overnight, but it is a 3 for 3 to the downside. It is probably an indication, right, of trending price action, or it's starting to be pretty clear, right, that we've got bears in control so far this month of November. And we're looking for good continuation narratives here. So we overnight very much have cleared that psychological barrier. or like that 6750 area we talked about. So starting point to the downside would be 6700. And then below that, right, 6090 is our shelf, and then we're kind of pushing towards 600. I think 600 is a really ambitious target, so maybe 6650, right, kind of as our zone. That would be a pretty punchy move. It would give us the approximate implied volatility, right, that's in store, even a little bit more than that, actually, kind of extra 30% bump on top. So I think that's a pretty reasonable end game for us to consider. I guess like the other element here, right, is what does a bullish story look like this morning? Is it reasonable to have a bullish narrative? And I want to be a bit, yeah, I don't know. There's a balance here between being flexible, but also not being like impulsive with it to a certain extent. I don't think I have a bull case particularly easily, besides like just in this zone here. Call it from here to here. Like it's all just bottom heavy candles, right? We almost like have a buyer zone there where we've seen them defend pretty aggressively in the past. Not really with any increasing volume profiles, but a pretty impressive defense in that area. So there is, I guess, like an argument there. It would have to be that same scenario where I think it was on Wednesday, where we were only willing to trade it to the downside, or sorry, on the reversal to the upside if we had like just a general full market cooperation. I think it's probably the same scenario here. Overextended move. Maybe there's like some forced buying or whatever you want to call it this Friday. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that would be the narrative for sure. But I am extreme prejudice, extreme caution is like would be the narrative here. Like it's got to be a really clear indication of trending PA. The reason why maybe I'm struggling with this a little bit is like yesterday we tried to play the reversal to the upside with our third trade of the day. We played that pretty nicely. Like it was a good follow through. We got a couple candles worth of oomph. And it for sure like made sense there at the moment, but it wasn't the biggest move of the day, right? So even though it was a profitable trade, or even though it was a trade that did give us like a reasonable amount of follow through, and it was our biggest win of the day, it wasn't the easiest move of the day. That's what I'm like worried about a little bit in catching a mean reversal to the upside here again today. Like I want to find the easiest trade here of the session. I don't want to find just any trade. I think we've done a really good job of that this week. And yeah, like it's going to have to, bulls are going to have to work extra hard for me to be convinced of this AM. All right, NQ. Felt like the longest ES prep of all time. So red candle, same thing, 3 for 3 here at trend line support. I was just kind of playing around with this last night. But trend line here, pretty steep. But this would be kind of what I see it as, kind of like a base area. You could even call it like a channel effectively in that period, right? Just a grinding channel there to the upside. And we've seen those big sell-offs, right, into this trend line get recovered pretty smoothly. So that would be effectively your bullish bias, right? ORB fake out, then I'm called slash trend line bounce today. Then breakout towards, and we'd be targeting 25,400. A little bit of an easier story here. Again, maybe I've got my NQ tinted goggles on, but I don't know, looks smooth enough. And then to the downside, we're looking lose the trend line, get under 25,000, and then give us a nice little crack, right? So that's kind of our target here. Excuse me. So we're looking for an ORB fake out, then break down past trend line towards, and then starting point here is 25K. Right, which is again just 90 points away, so not too big of a concern. And then 24,900 targeting next point of contact ends up being 24,500, 24,200. So we'll just fill that in nice. Okay. Wait. Make sense? Yeah. All right. CL. So good day to not to traded it yesterday. Pretty indecisive there. Red candle, decreasing volume gap up. 1 for 3. To the downside, and this way we do have some flexibility in both directions. ORB fake out. Okay, and then target here 60-50 and 61, 62.50 will go towards. Okay. To the downside here, target's going to be 59.50. And then we've got it mapped out. We don't have to worry too much about that 5% here today, right? We've got the full range of spectrum that we can go through. So we'd be looking at a 56.67. So that 57 marker, right, that we've established should be reasonable enough. All right, Apple, green candle, increasing volume, gap down, 2 out of 3. We'll call it a weak 2 out of 3. Still not used to this keyboard size. All right, Tesla, 3 for 3 to the downside. Microsoft, 3 for 3 to the downside. Amazon, 3 for 3 to the downside, but not as much volume as one would have probably liked or wanted or expected. Nvidia, 3 for 3 to the downside. Yeah, I'm starting to repeat myself here a little bit. Good thing, right? Means consistent story from indexes. AMD just decreasing volume, but big gap down. So 2 out of 3 to the downside without. Again, we're seeing a lot of the similar like bearish narratives, right? Establishing themselves. Meta, 3 for 3. Netflix, surprisingly green, actually. Green candle, increasing volume, gap up, gap down. 2 out of 3 with. Google, 284, red candle, increasing volume, gap down. I'll say with higher high and higher low, right? So not exactly refresh, right? Pretty much, guys, anytime you have an issue with Discord, either refresh. If it continues to not work, use the Zoom link, right? All right. And then VIX 20.6. So like I said, implied range of like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5% range today. So we'll see if that ends up occurring or if it ends up happening. When's their split date? Do you know? Oh, here it is. Monday. Next Monday. So we got a bit of time. I don't think that would I mean, it could be why it is holding up, but generally, yeah. Like if we had a stock split, uh, yeah, like institutionally, we would get an instruction not to trade it basically before, and we would just be like holding our current position and then sandy checking, doing a bunch of like position checks, making sure that our position with what we had versus what in back office was actually true, and then reflecting it was a pain in the butt. But that's another story for another time. All right, so markets are open. Let's see what's in store for us here today. Right away, testing the trend line. Good times. All right. Not a bad range. 65 points in 2 minutes is pretty good. Yeah. Great minds, Kiki. Fantastic. Really big on ES as well. We haven't seen 15 points all week. Oh, maybe not even all month. Interesting. So we got a lot of work to do before this thing gives us increasing volume, right? Same thing on here. So we're going to have to be a little bit patient. We won't have the same shot clock necessarily, right, that we've had on a lot of our trades here this week. We've had a lot of like 9:45 data and a lot of 10 a.m. data stacking up. So we've kind of had very weird trading windows today. We're not going to quite have that, which might open up like another tier of smooth PA potentially. But that's going to be yeah, a to be determined. So Greg, you guys should use the Zoom, right? You guys should use the Zoom link. The Zoom link's going to be the quote unquote same latency, right? As if we're having a conversation. So use that, guys, right? Use that instead of the YouTube once you're in the Discord. I'm just gonna go fill up my cup of coffee, guys. One sec. All right, we're back. We're back. Again, we're looking to see if we can get some increasing volume to show up. We don't have any yet here. Maybe 30 seconds to go. We have a chance. Because, Emmy, it's away from the... Like when you set your ticks to 0, you're saying that you want your entry to be, or your price reflected in your order window to be, the current price, right? So if your stop loss is at 76 and it's going away from you, right, your risk is going to be increasing. Okay, so we possibly have a setup here, a little increasing volume just by the skin of its teeth. Would like to see some sort of failure to occur first. Unsure if we're going to get one here. That's just been a rocket ship without me. This looks like it has a chance to also give me increasing volume. I'm going to see if that happens. Okay, 55 seconds. Oh boy, there we go. Okay, so again, we're focusing up here. Setup is going to be 960. All right. So let's see if we get that little fake out here first. If this doesn't give it to me, this 3-min should be increasing volume, right, by a long shot. I need to see some sort of bullish fake out here. I'm not just chasing this just for the sake of it. There it is. Whew. Don't know yet, Deb. Come on, man. You know better than this. Deb, every time I tell you, man, you should be able to figure out how to get to your own position sizing yourself. Every day, man. Come on, just learn it. It's easy. All right, so I don't think we're going to get an entry on this here. So I'm going to switch to the 3-min time frame. Second too late, maybe. And then after this, look, Deb, there's a lot of resources in the Discord on how to do that. So I would recommend reviewing those, dude. Okay, so now we're looking on the 5-min here, waiting for a bit of a fake out. This is bouncy though, guys. We gotta be very careful here. Like, holy jeez. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, I think that price action right there is designed to rip your heart out. What a move. It's not bad. It looks fine. It's just going to be really hard for us to judge elevator up, elevator down when every move is 10 points. We got to be careful here. Like honestly, Kath, one of my big, I don't know if you want to call it like dirty hidden secrets, I guess, about being a trader is that I don't want to make decisions when the market makes me feel emotional, right? So many of what my trading rules are designed to slow me down in scenarios where I'm likely to get an emotional trigger and then I'm likely to make a mistake. So if like the market is trying to rush me into an entry, I know that if I take that entry, I'm pretty likely to get hopium on that position or to be greedy on that position because I made that decision effectively like chasing after that feeling. So if I buy when the trade is uncomfortable or I buy as price is moving against me, then I'm kind of doing the opposite, right, of creating that feeling. And I'm able to manage that, be proactive in avoiding it, right? And then look to almost like exploit its desire to take advantage of me. So it gives me like a blueprint of what the right thing to actually do is. And usually it's when you Costanza the feeling, right? So if like a trade is making me feel emotional when I enter, I want to find a way to make my technique so that I'm getting those unemotional entries, or whatever the reference should be in that context. But that's the name of the game, right? It's how can I trick myself into protecting myself from myself, and then yeah, have the summer of George exactly. So still like the moves that this thing is on, like pulling back into our quote unquote entry zones, it's not worth it. Like there's no indication that this is fake out price action. Little bit of a reversal from the index or from the leading names, but nothing crazy. Maybe 1 min's too aggressive. Maybe maybe like a bit of a bear flag setup coming up, maybe something like that. A little bit, yeah. That's a great example though, Aj, of a trade that like was amazing in backtest, but not practical in execution. Like it failed the stress test. It feels like a lifetime ago now, though. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I like it too. I really enjoy the tight risk and either green right away or stopped out right away. I really enjoy that style of trading. I think it's yeah, it's like a nice little hybrid model, I think. It makes it so much harder to get emotional in positions, right? Like the longer you're stuck waiting for something to move, the more your like hope and expectation builds. I don't really have any reversal signals here. I have to just hang tough for now. Still, maybe if I can get like the right fake out to show itself. Well, and if you're wrong because you're buying such a tight stop loss and our risk is so tight, like it is really hard to get oversized losses. Like by getting that tight risk when you're then inside the reference price, right? And even you get 1 point lower than a 7 point stop loss, you're still saving like 15%, right? Just by a 1 point move. You get 2 points, now you're saving like 30%. And that makes the risk profile or like the risk equation skew in your favor so easily, so quickly. Like we'd all laugh at the chance to buy Apple at a 30% discount. So for whatever reason, it's scarier to do that in an intraday trade, but makes us a lot more money. And when the differences are so small, right, inside that reference zone, man, any discount just increases your profit, like or your margin of error and your profits like so much. If just with like by taking a deep breath, you can make your average winner 15% bigger and your average loser 15% smaller. Like that literally changes most people's trading to be profitable. Just that math difference alone. I really I don't know, think about this sometimes, but I really wish that they taught like how variance works in numbers and like more probabilities based stuff in math kind of growing up. It does feel like thinking or understanding those probabilities to your trading strategy. I don't know, it's almost like it creates peace. I don't know, I think to a certain extent. Like it you understand that it's like kind of part of the plan. And then when you know that, then it's just like, okay, I just got to make a positive EV decision. And if you stack up enough of those, you compound enough of those, you get in great shape trading wise. Thinking Your Bets is a great book, Randall. Yeah, I would agree. There's a little felt like there was a transition that I would see among the institutional guys I used to work with because there was a really big like we weren't allowed to invest our money, right? Like all of our money was handled by the firm. And that was just to avoid insider trading, right? Because we knew what the company was going to be purchasing, so we could front run those orders theoretically. So we weren't allowed to run our own investment accounts. So guys would get their fix by doing a lot of like sports betting or sports gambling, and you'd almost like would see a shift in traders when they went from giving that up, and like they stopped playing games that they were expected to lose, and they only like really refined in on their edge. It yeah, you would see like a transformation, and the first thing that would always go would be their sports betting. Once they realized, yeah, I'm just a loser at this, or like I'm not making any money at this, they stopped. The thing that I'm waiting for here to the downside is a breakout under 919. It feels a little bit like we're range bound between that 24.9 and 25,000. So that's what I'm waiting for here. Well, we'd have to disclose it, right? And then it would be flagged. Oh, you get effectively, we were given like when you work there, you get given like a registration number to say that you're whatever, right? An employee of this company or an employee of this firm. And then that gets shared with the regulators, and then those trades would get flagged. Like, yeah, we were moving billions and billions of dollars. So, you know, if I had a trade to do and I just went call options on Apple and I had to buy 40 million of Apple, for sure could get myself a 20% win in options. Like I would have been able to stack them up and rack them up, no problem. And would have probably made a few million and then spent it all on lawyers and regulators and trying to bribe a judge for a fancy prison cell. So probably wouldn't have been worth it. Unless I got one of those Scandinavian prisons, then maybe. But that was pretty much the only the only discussion we ever had on ethics, was not front running our trades. Oh, the good old days. Hey, it's not illegal for Pelosi to do it. She's the goat for a reason. We do. Honestly, Derek, it was like living in a frat house, but everyone has a little bit of money. So I guess living in a frat house these days. And yeah, it's just a lot of like hazing and yeah, dumb bullshit and just fucking around. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time. Okay, so we're above 25,000. Let's see if we can get a hold above. No, I didn't have to get my 57 because I was on the buy side, not the sell. And I worked for a family office, so I wasn't ever touching any client's money, just one individual's. Not, again, didn't quite hold that 27 on the 2, so we'll wait this out. Yeah, made very good money working there, Ian. Yeah. It was in a place called Guernsey, where that's where the fund was located, and so that was a tax haven. There was zero income tax there on my earnings, and so that was amazing. I miss not paying taxes. Pretty much more than anything else about that job. Still not quite getting that OMFAT 25K. A little bit of both. Classic entertainment. Yeah. Yeah, there is 10 a.m. data, AJ. It's a little bit of both. Like I got my job because the prop firm I worked at in London, they said I'd be a good fit for them, and like the my boss there knew one of the portfolio managers, and that's how I got it. But like the whole interview process was very much then like CIA type stuff or whatever you want to call it. It was all like personality tests and like you had to write mission statements over who you were and all this kind of stuff. It was kind of weird. And then the whole interview, they just like tried to make you uncomfortable or like tried to mess with you a little bit and just see how you react. It was a very interesting experience. Oh, let's go, Cat. Love that. That's gonna. I gotta go to one of these conferences here soon. I remember. Well, we still got a little bit of time here. There was like a standard question that they would ask everyone. Um, yeah, 10 a.m. news. So that's why it's kind of more story time than trading time. Um, yeah, we'd ask like this staple interview question, and I got it as well. And the question was, what's the closest thing to a lie on your resume? And when I got asked that question, I told them that it says on my resume, it says that I speak fluent Polish, but I'm probably more conversational. Like that's what I said was my closest thing to a lie. And so that was okay. That was like a reasonably good answer. When we had like the opportunity to interview other people and you asked them that question, people would panic. Like you would get people say that their degree was fake. You had people say that they only worked at a company for 3 months when it said 3 years. Um, yeah, it was crazy how often people would betray themselves saying or answering that question. I think about that all the time. I think everyone to a certain extent, Audrey. Yeah. I think a lot more people than you think. I remember best interview experience I had was a kid. He was interviewing. He didn't stand a chance. And I had the opportunity to take him out to lunch, and I was asking him like some really basic questions, and this poor kid was so nervous when I asked him a question. He missed his mouth with his sandwich, and he just like pushed his sandwich into the side of his face. And I've never seen anything like that, and I've never seen anything like that since. Like that makes me laugh every time. Uh, and I was just asking him softball questions. It was like, oh, like what are you gonna get up to in Guernsey? What are you gonna do? And he fucking couldn't find his mouth. Oh, so funny. Yeah, like honestly, like working for those places, like especially when you're starting out your career, like it was my first real job. They care more about personality fit than they do like technical experience or actual skill set. They kind of want you to be a raw canvas, but just be smart and get along with the team. I have a weird candle there at the end. Still not the right look. Yeah, 100%. It's the biggest thing. I wouldn't agree with the culture that they tried to build, but to each their own. Let's see if we can get some data or some good volume here post data. We should. And this for sure is going to be increasing outlier volume. 40 seconds to go, and we're just about there. The question here would be where would be target? I would say probably 900 would be our target here. So about a one handle move. That's plenty of space, theoretically. Okay, so just base setup, just to have it there in front of my screen here. Get everything, make sure everything is all firing and ready to go. Not the best best close maybe there of all time. Again, we want to see a little bit of a fake out here, right? Some sort of indication that bulls have failed. And what we've seen, right, when it's still inside its confirmation candle, right? We've seen it rip pretty aggressively here, so we don't want to front run this too much. Yeah, there it is, right? We've seen this bullshit happen a few times today. So we don't want to front run it. Base assumption here is market's going to behave like it always has, right? Until proven otherwise. That's a decent rejection there. So you'd be looking at a 92 stop loss for now. Still don't really have a reference price in mind. Like I'm not quite ready to take a stab at this. I think I can get tighter risk effectively is what it comes down to. Okay, so again, let's see if we can get this thing to fake out here maybe for us a little bit. Or alternatively, we'll just do this on the old 2-min. Okay. We're looking at something like this, 956 stop loss. Call it 957. And reference price here would be about this, called 950. Just watch the speed here of this pullback, right? Way too fast. That was way too fast. So reset this. That's a decent rejection. So now you're looking at a 966 stop loss, 967. and kind of moving a little bit faster than I'd like. That was probably the entry there. Might have missed it. It's fine. We'll just reset this potentially. Yeah, I do feel like I missed that entry just by a second. Fine. Reset, right? Market doesn't owe me shit. Yeah, it's moving very, very quickly. So it's like it's giving you 1 second to enter, and if you miss it, you don't get it. So that's okay. I don't need to chase anything. It's been a very, very strong week. If I don't get a trade, I should still be very proud of how I've behaved. But I think we got some hope here still. Nice work. Crazy, I haven't found an entry again. Feels a little bit of deja vu to Wednesday, a little bit. Nice work, Jen. So make sure you're managing this here well, but you should be in fantastic shape. Let's go, guys. Well done, team. All right, I might have a chance here at the second leg. Let's see where it closes. Ideally under 900, right, would be kind of what we're hoping for here. Yeah, strong close. Okay. So now we're looking for a move towards 8. Stop loss would be 902 for now, but we want to see a little bit of a fake out first. I want, ideally, a little bullish failure here. Recovering 900 would be excellent. Again, this thing might come together pretty quick here, guys, so please pay attention. We've seen this bullshit a few times, so we're looking at a 920. We're going to try to keep it really tight here. Okay, now watch for the fake out above our confirmation high. So at that 46.50 area. Yeah, way too fast for sure. Way, way too fast so far. It's just giving us that same squeeze we've seen multiple times. But it's just got to be a little bit patient here, not wait or not force an entry. Would have only lost money so far. Okay, this is our chance for the fake out spot. Let's see. Still too fast on that climb up. That's better. Probably do something like this. Still, I'm a little bit paranoid that there's a big pop left. So again, I'm be really patient when it's in this zone. Yep, there it is. Like if I'm saying I'm looking for weak bulls, this probably isn't those weak bulls we've been dreaming of. I'm going to look at this now as a 5-min reversal scenario. We've got our leading names. Kind of finding a bit of momentum here too, right? Apple above its highs, for example. I think this is potentially the better opportunity here at this point. We'll be looking at something like this for now. Stop loss appears to be about 961. This motherfucker. This moves so fast. We're looking at something like this, 976 stop loss. Pretty tight. Or sorry, not very tight. Sorry, it's pretty loose. I'd like to see probably a deeper pullback than that, right into that area. Or ideally, I can get a time frame here that gives me an increasing volume where I can tighten up that risk. No, it's a tough day. It's trying to make us chase a little bit. Just a reminder, I guess, right here today with price action. Got to leave the ego at the door and not get addicted to rewarding that beast. Every time we feel certain it's going to run, right? I'm sure the market will find us a lot of opportunities. Okay, so we're still in business here. Let's see where it finds some support again. This might come together very quick here, guys, so please pay attention. So for now on this long, our stop loss is going to be 95. Instantly pumps. I'll be looking for right around here-ish, right? That is kind of my reference price there. Way too fast again. Let's see if this thing fakes out. Now we're looking at an 85 stop loss. Got to do one more crack at the cuckoo's nest, right, before it makes its run. So be patient here, guys. We've not missed out on anything yet. Honestly, I got a little bit lucky with, I think, that last trade. I was like so close to clicking submit, and then as I was about to do it, it was under my stop loss price. That's a little bit of a nice accident, I guess. All right, let's see here. So watching carefully, guys, watching carefully. And I would say reference price here would be like now that area. Now, if it breaks out and it wants to give me this pop, I mean, that's also a very logical stop loss at that 03. And then reference price would be tight. But I think I prefer this still. Something like that. So now if it's something like this does feel like this is going to run. Such good absorption. So I'm going to look for my entry here. Stop loss at 25,000. God damn it. I cannot find an entry today. Try this again. No feeling sorry for myself. Idea still fine. Nothing here scares me. Just need to find my good and perfect entry. I'm not compromising. That's the thing I'm not doing. Okay, we'd be looking at a 25 stop loss for now. Let's even give me a gentle pullback here. Gotta be gentle, guys. This motherfucker. Be gentle, please. Be gentle. Nice and slow here. Nice and controlled. Not controlled. Okay, there's a good bounce. Now we're looking at a 17. We're looking at something like this. Too fast again, this asshole. All right, now we're looking at a 10. Crazy. And back to 25,000. All right. Oh. That candle was a prick. Not enough for a reversal. Did not hold under, so we're still in play. This could look as our bullish failure here. Okay, there's our possible fake. Looking at a 99 stop loss, guys. 499. Oh, I gotta type like a madman here. Okay. So, guys, I am in at 03 at 25,003. And I'm stopped out. I'll try this again. Now you're looking at a 92 stop loss potentially. Might have been just a little bit early on that. Hey guys, I just got stopped out again. Instantly. Ah, so annoying. Still a fake out, not bigger volume than our confirmation. Holding above 25,000, just doesn't want to let me survive an entry here. Again, so watch this inside our zone. About $600 here. Just insane asylum. I'm very tempted to try something like this. Should be a 95 stop loss for now. Just missed it again. They're not trying to make it easy on me here. Ooh. Oh, this asshole. Still in play, just cannot find an entry to save our life. Higher high, higher low, decreasing volume still doesn't scare me. But I'm not maybe as confident in that 95 stop loss here now. Let's see if we can get a good defense. Not bad. First attempt, let's see. Better. Okay, so I'm watching here again. I'm trying not to do anything stupid. Easier said than done. I can't believe I've been left behind on this. That's still gonna sting for a second. All right, we got a minute here, guys. I'm gonna go fill up my cup of coffee. Be back in a second. Okay, well, that's not a fake out. It's technically increasing. I'd say probably not outlier. Oh, what a morning. Not quite sure. Like, I want to, guys. I really want to here. That's not enough volume. I can see the sliver. Hey, let's go, Kiki. Let's go. Look, guys, right? It's the trader who stays in control who wins. So, like, I laugh about this with people all the time, but it's like in your day job. Let's say that you're working the deli at Subway. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to mind, but say you're working the deli at Subway, and your boss comes to you and says, "Hey, Michael, I don't need you to work the evening shift, but I'm still going to pay you for the entire day. Go take it off." You'd run and take that. Yet in trading, we make a lot of money. We're up a ton. We've had a great day, and we're unwilling to accept that number. That's ridiculous, right? That's not like you would take that in any other job. So why are you telling yourself that in this circumstance you can't, or you shouldn't, or you don't deserve the extra time off? Only way that you're going to manage your psychology is by being proactive, not reactive. And yeah, sounds a little bit classic entertainment, like you're being reactive, not proactive. There's no reason why you should have blown that account. Reality, guys, right? None of us are one day away from ever being rich. Not how it works with these prop firms. Not how it really works in anything anyway. So we got to stop trading and stop behaving as if we are, because that desperation is expensive. It Mr. Market takes that money with glee, right? Like that's the easiest money to give away is when you're desperate to make it. So we can't we really can't give it that type of power over us, because the reality is that our skews or our rewards are not they don't favor a singular intraday result. Like, even if you got a, I'm not saying it can't happen, I guess, but if you got, like, you made $1 million trading in a prop firm in a single day, I doubt they would pay it. Like, no offense, just a skeptic. So we shouldn't be doing or trying to play for those types of prizes. They don't make you any more money. They actually just slow you down. The value is in compounding green days, right? Those turn into green weeks. Green weeks turn into green months. Green months turn into freedom. So that's what we're optimizing for, right? We're playing for a bigger prize than just the P&L at the end of the day. That number is effectively meaningless. Well, for me, Robert, it's all about playing for the bigger prize. Like I said, we're none of us are one trade away from being rich. So, like, why would I care so much about that, or like give myself so much pressure that I have to be that? That's probably not the way to do it. Can't really see a logical entry there. I'm trying to talk myself into, again, this possibly being like an outlier candle or this being a good enough signal confirmation, but that isn't. It's not. So I still have to wait. Kind of hate for this to be how the streak ends, but we'll see. Not enough. And, all right, guys, I'm not stressed either, right? Because I know that I'm like 6 points away, 7 points away from being profitable. Like, I really don't need a big move here still to get back to where I want to be, right? My risk I've had on trades has been 4 points and 2 points. So my cheat code, right, isn't my strategy. It's my ability to lose small so that I make it easy for my strategy to look really good. If my average win is 15 points, but my average loss is like 5 points, awesome. I've got a great edge. So that's all I'm looking for here, right? That easy move. Struggling to find it a little bit today. What do you mean learn? To learn like you, it's just a choice, right? It's a choice to ignore a stop loss. It's a choice to not be aware of your position sizing. It's a choice to set your stop loss at the appropriate price. You already know how to do it. You're just choosing not to do it. There's a difference. Yeah, and the day's not it's not over. So we got lots of opportunity, but it's just calm, right? Like the to a certain extent the results are random, right? At least short-term results, they're very random. And so the more that you compromise those decisions, the more randomness that you get in those short-term results, and you perceive random wins as improvements in skill and random losses as a death threat to your account. And we just want to avoid that random as much as possible. And Doggy gets belly rubs every day. He's a happy boy no matter what you do. Just to build off of Kiki, what you said there, right? Focus on tight risk, less contracts, and build your account slowly. Trying to build your account slowly is actually the fast way of doing it, right? Trying to build your account quickly and getting those rapid, huge moves and mega PNL and validation right away is usually the long way round. Like, I've yet to see anyone who trades that fast and loose hold accounts for a long time and what you call it, and actually get like consistent payouts. One of these days we'll get another setup here. Feels like a lifetime ago. I'm still being patient, guys. Still being patient. All right, so still not outlier here. We're still waiting, still waiting. Oh, weird Friday. They always are. I mean, this has a chance to go increasing outlier here. Let's see. It feels like a big ask for some reason. Oh, you know what? The volume kind of crapped out there at the end a little bit. Like increasing, but not outlier. So still we wait. One of these days. Feel like that gives a pretty good context. Yeah, I agree with you on that one there, Sonia. I'm probably not going to be outlier. Said that weird. 10 min's not going to get there. 3 min's not going to get there. Yeah, I'd probably take rest of the day off, to be honest. Classic entertainment, right? Just because you have account doesn't mean you have to trade it. Like first thing we talked about, right, this morning is if you had a good week, don't ruin it. If you've had a bad day or a bad week, don't make it worse. Right? I would say you're probably venturing into the second category there. So just be very careful, right? It's not hard to go shut down a YouTube stream or shut down your computer and to go do whatever you want rest of the day. Like you don't have to sit and watch the market, right? Like it's okay to walk away. Like it's going to be here on Monday. If it isn't, we're all fucked anyway. No, market's not going anywhere. So why put yourself in a situation where you're likely to make a mistake? We're under low of day, but not. Where's the volume? So mean. Not enough there. Compromise City. Like, Kath, not to be dramatic. Like, if the market isn't here, if it disappears, it probably means the West has collapsed in some very dramatic fashion. And I'll be busy learning how to speak in Cantonese or Russian. That I think I won't have too much of a choice. Jesse, so personal, I trade on interactive brokers and then prop firms all over the place. Oh, I mean, Hank, I'm not too bothered or not too worried. Been a really strong week. I think every day's been above 3K per account. If I now take a loss of $600, oh no, like that's not a big deal. So it's just about seeing if we can get another setup here. No, I don't. I don't allow my personal account to go anywhere near those trade copiers. Like they don't work sometimes the way that you expect, right? We've all had that happen to us. And if a trade doesn't close or my personal capital is at risk there, I'm not going to have any like positive resolution if I lose that money based on some trade copier mistake. So no, I don't trust my personal capital and the amount that I'm trading on some 199 product. That's no thank you. I love that, Kath. Sounds like you know how to make a plan and execute it. Sounds like trading is perfect for you. Oh, one of these days, though, I'll get some volume here. This is annoyingly light. Oh. Yeah, I could do some pretty serious galaxy brain trading decisions here, but I'm gonna avoid that. No compromises. Well, there's always like a little bit of slippage, Hunter. Yes. I also trade more capital in my personal than I do in my prop firm. But I effectively try to trade them the same way. Like same ideas, same concepts. Like I'm not doing different techniques or anything along those lines. Oh man, Logan, that was the worst football game I've watched all year. That game was so bad. Apple's still kind of hanging out at these highs. Everywhere else maybe stalling out a little bit. VIX is only increased, not decreased. Again, maybe we have a chance here for some outlier volume. I'm begging. This motherfucker. Unlikely to get there. Oh, needed a whale. Didn't happen. 3 min didn't happen. 5 min, maybe there's a chance. Does a little bit, yeah. Interesting. This is my buy box. So we want to see a fake out here under low of day on ES. I'm not super convinced. The little browse through we just did of our leading names didn't give me a ton of confidence. The only thing that's really holding up well is Apple and like Netflix. So I'm not sure if I have enough enthusiasm to play the reversal. Yeah, hell yeah, Logan. Congrats, man. Absolutely insane. I think that's a great decision, Kiki. I think that's a great decision. A little bit more convincing now on ES. We're starting to see a bit more of that like similar type of PA. Yeah, let's see if we can get to that outlier volume. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's been a really strong week, Kiki. I think it's been a really strong week for the team. So I'll love to hear that you've had a nice week after your holiday. Always feels so good to come back and crush it after a bit of time off. It's almost like it makes the holiday feel justified for some reason. It's like, oh, I did deserve it type thing. Okay, maybe. Oh, this fucking bastard. So close. Yeah, we're gonna give it a few more minutes, but being a pain in the ass. Still waiting. Hey, I love that, James. Congratulations. Oh, just annoying price action a little bit. Hey, welcome back, Brent. Glad you had a great day. Uh, so all I'm looking for is the first time frame that gives me a signal that matches my daily time frame. So shorter time frame ones are more likely to give me a signal than like the 5 or the 10 or the 15. So just keep an eye on them until I see a setup. But I would recommend going through all the strategy videos and all that documentation. It'll make you feel a lot more prepared and help you understand my strategy a lot more. Doesn't seem to want to get past many levels, but it keeps kind of grinding through them. So it's like, I don't know, reminds me a little bit of trading in the summer. I say that as it's, 0 degrees outside and I'm borderline wearing a winter coat indoors. I've got that many fleeces on. So a little bit different, but same idea. All right, no rubbing it in, Jennifer. Not fair. Feels a little bit like I'm not quite watching paint dry, but I'm like watching paint drip down from the top of the wall to the bottom of the wall. Yeah, I mean that's not bad, Kyle. It's not bad. We've had a really good 2 months, truth be told. This will be my first red day since like early September if it stays up this way. And if my red days are $600 and my green days are like 3K, I can afford quite a few red days. Let's put it that way. Well, and every trader loses too, right? Like, as much as I want to be green every single day, that's not going to happen. So it's just about being controlled when you do have those days where your edge doesn't work or it isn't perfect or whatever it is. And you just don't make it worse, right? That's a big part of it. It's like we see how quickly we can recover from how even $1,500 down sometimes. So it really isn't about trying to force P&L. You kind of just have to let it happen. Reversal on yeah, it's probably a good thing we avoided that. Um there's just no setups at the moment, Low Lizard. Like I'm just waiting for volume to really get back up above this white line. I need that momentum to return before I can kind of be aggressive. We don't really have that anywhere. So, kind of waiting to see if we can get a low of day breakdown on increasing outlier volume or like a reversal setup here on increasing outlier volume. So we're waiting to see if we can get ourselves a setup again and a confirmation of it. It's still early enough. The volatility is pretty high, right? VIX is 21.52. So it wouldn't be too surprising. But at the end of the other part of it, right? We've been at this for, let's say, 90 minutes now. Not seen a ton of it for the last, we'll say, hour or so. So it's got to show up pretty quick. Otherwise, it's worth just enjoying my Friday. So not too much of a leash left. Yeah, John, that's the only way we make money here long term. Unfortunately, right? It kind of sounds like you got caught trying to do the things the fast way, and it just slows you down, unfortunately. Okay, we should have a chance here for this candle to go increasing outlier. Let's see if it happens. Sonia, $2,500 in 7 days is not a small win. That's fantastic work. Like 120 grand a year salary, right? That's incredible. Yeah, it's huge. Absolutely, yeah. All right, so we maybe have a reversal opportunity here. Let's see. Probably want it to close above 850 realistically. Probably the number I would want to see here. All right, closed right at it. So now let's see if we can get a little fake out here scenario, and we're probably just targeting high a day, right, as our target. Oh, this has gotten weird on me here. I mean, that's a huge move if we do get it. So, I mean, let's cheer for that, I guess. So there's our possible little fake out. I don't need to be too aggressive with the fake out because this candle did effectively give me one. Now it's just about finding the right risk reward, right entry, timing, whatever price. Probably be looking reference price right around the start of those wicks. And we'd go 834 as a stop loss here on this long. Okay, must be a little bit patient. Yeah, now we want to see this tennis, snap back. That's pretty good. So now stop loss would be 30. And let's see if we can get a gentle pull. Come on. Oh, why'd I hesitate there? Okay, watching carefully. I'm going to let this candle close. Okay, guys, I am in entry price 837.25, stop loss 830. Just got stopped out. God damn it. Try this again here on that fake out now. 817. Oh, that's so annoying. Fuck me. Sounds good, James. Enjoy. That was a nasty fake out. Gotta laugh. Okay, so it'd be something like this. Yeah, let's see. We might get it here. Still going to keep it at that for now. Okay, moving a little bit too fast still, so this might be the fake out again. Oh, this is starting to get annoying. Too slow. Let's see. That might be it. Oh, working man's market here today. Too fast, still too bouncy. I think this would be a stop out if we do get in here. Okay, wait, be patient. 810 for now would be the stop. Okay, guys, I am in 813, stop loss 810. Oh, just got stopped. Motherfucker. Try this again. Trying to keep it really tight here. That's the objective. Okay, guys, I'm back in. Same price, 813. Let's see if this thing can start to push. There we go. For fuck's sake, we had to work. Oh. I gotta keep pushing up here. What are you doing? All right, I got stopped out on that again. That's putting me down to a little bit over $1,000 here. Oh, I'm tired. I maybe got one more stab in me here. Oh, I'm tired of this. Okay, so set up here to the downside now, targeting 700. So stop loss would be 91 for now. Like that would be your reference price. Let's see if we can get an entry here. Okay, there's our possible fake out. Now you're looking at a 93. Too fast still. Be patient. It'll be an 800 stop loss. Too fast again. Again, printing like a reversal now. So now we have no setup here to the downside. Larger volume than our confirmation candle. Don't be a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass. All right. We'll be fine. That changes things a little bit. That very clearly is a rejection now. Oh, such an obvious rejection, but no pullback. Come on. That would be what I would like. Let's see. Oh my gosh, point away. Be patient here. All right, guys, I'm in 88.25 short. Stop loss here at 96. And let's see if this thing can flush and go. Come on, get under 80. There it goes. Keep flushing, keep flushing, keep flushing. I don't like that. Keep going. One more decent flush, and we should be in good shape. There's 1,000. Okay, one more decent pop here. Come on. So far, so okay. Come on, keep flushing, baby. Keep flushing. Get under 70. What the hell? Come on. Unfrickin' believable. Why has it got to stall out like this? This is crazy. Every fucking trade. Ah. Nice work, Jake. Hate the way this trade is feeling. Yeah, just got stopped. Sweet. Fuck me. Cannot get a direction right today. Or, shouldn't say that. That's not fair. Oh. All right, well, I got no choice. Last chance here. It's something. There's the fake outs. We don't necessarily need one. Reference price would be 823. Stop loss would be 814. Come on. Oh. Okay, 814 stop loss, guys, right? I'm still going to keep this on the 2. Come on. All right, guys, I'm in. 819.75. 819.75 stop loss, 914. Stopped out. This is fucking insane today. How do I get faked out again? Like I'm in the cuckoo's nest a little bit. So stop here would be 818. Let's wait. Better. All right, guys. I'm in long 823.75. There it goes. Fucking finally. Jesus Christ. Come on. Don't stall here. Insane. Ah, as I have to close this. Ah, so annoyed. This was a pain in the ass today. Every fucking trade is faking me out. I'm getting pretty close to galaxy braining it. How am I supposed to not? Oh, it's death by a million paper cuts here today, and they're starting to get really irritating. I'm sorry, team. 1640 down 1640, 26. Oh. Every fucking trade has faked me out to a certain extent. I'm just trying to find my reset point here a little bit. I'm making myself more frustrated than I should be. I've actually done a good job managing risk here. I've just done a shitty job of taking profit. Hey guys, I am back in long 801.25, stop loss at 95. Okay, stopped. Oh, I'm just taking these $200 losses, non-fucking stop. Ah. Every trade is like this today. I hate myself a little bit for this entry, but I'm in at 96.25 long. And not green right away. There's my stop. Another $200 loss. Sweet. Yeah, you too, Michaela. Okay, find this one more time. Entry price here, 95.75. Come on, go, go, go. Come on, get over 800. Fucking fighting this though. Come on, go, go, go. All right, guys, I've closed this at 8. I've closed this at 8. I got to take my $500. Gonna try this again here. And I'm just going to split this up and get back to where I should be. That's now sitting about 1,300 down. I paid for all the bullshit there. We're going to fight here, team. Let's fight. Again, we're just going to keep trying these tight risk reward ratios on this reversal signal. Too fast, way too fast. Hey guys, I'm in again, 86.50. That was a scary, 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 scary entry. Okay, I am out, guys. I am out at 94. Took another $700. We'll try this again. Woo! We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Everyone okay? Everyone feeling okay? We're just constantly playing fake outs off of this confirmation here, Kiki, right? 1118. So this is our confirmation of that reversal lower, and we're trying to buy bullish or bearish failures. Yeah, I'm just trying to talk you through it as much as I can, Jerry, because it is moving very fast. So bear with me. Doing the best I can here. Okay, so we still got like $800 here to go. And I'm fighting the feelings a little bit here too, guys, right? But I'm keeping my risk tight, and I'm really focusing on closing as P&L is increasing here, right? I'm taking my base hits. Hey, Eric, $153 is a fantastic day here. Yeah, this closes. Ideally over 800 is kind of what we're hoping for here. We don't want to see that 800 act as resistance. Good man, Eric. That looks quite a bit like a rejection without giving me textbook rejection. It still looks like it's kind of flagging. The insane asylum in me here. And again, right, I'm not just chasing everything. I'm trying to wait for everything to give me an individual setup here, a clean fake out. Yeah, tough Friday, but look, I'm down $762. Like, that's a tough Friday. Like, I'm in good shape. So I'm very much one trade away. If I had not made a few mistakes and taken profit, I'd be nicely green. So just fixing mistakes I've made here. That's okay. Not revenge trading. I'm not doing those kind of things, but trying to be very deliberate. Not yet, Kath. I can't really play the fake out off of this candle. Like, that arrow's pointing down. It's telling me that there's pressure. So I need to really formalize a rejection here or something along those lines. A little bit better. We want to see support, right? We want to see something act as support here inside this range. 82 looks like it could be it. Let's see. Not a great close yet. Nope, not a close that we can trade. Whew. Like, what I want to weird noise I made there. What I want to stress, right, is it's okay to feel these feelings of frustration. It's okay to feel annoyed by price action, to feel frustrated. I hit the armrest, like I smashed it with my hand. It's okay to feel those things. It's not okay to let them to change your behaviors, right, or to trick your rules. I think that's, to a certain extent, I've got myself I haven't broken rules here, but I've had a couple hopium trades. And I think that's where I've made things more difficult for myself than I needed to have. And so instead of taking those $1,000 wins or $1,500 wins or whatever, I've let those end up being either a small loss, right, or a small win. But so that's for sure just self-sabotage, right? So I'm acknowledging that. I'm understanding that the optimistic thing is here that, hey, actually, I'm in control of that. That's my fault. So I can fix that, right? And so that's the focus. What's the thing that I can do better? Well, I can stop being a greedy prick. Like, guys, I'm an emotional person too. I don't not like I don't feel. I do, right? But I just don't have to believe all those feelings or all those thoughts or all those insecurities. They're always bullshit. Like, they're never reality. Like, I can't get too caught up in them. And then you just default to your muscle memory. You reset back to your muscle memory. Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't expect myself to ever be emotionless. That's not reasonable. I wear my heart on my sleeve. You guys see that in here. But I'm just not going to impulse trade to make those emotions feel better. The only way that they're going to feel better is if I reclaim control over the things that created them. Like, the reason I'm frustrated is because I've made it more difficult for myself here today. And that doesn't need to be the case. And once you acknowledge that and you find the thing that you can fix, it actually does make you pretty calm. So a little bit of stubbornness in taking some of the trades probably I have, and a little bit of stubbornness in not taking my wins and needing the validation of the big follow through. That's made life more difficult than it needs to have been. We got 20 seconds. We have a chance here. Unlikely. I can't can't make the argument any of those are outlier. So we got weight still. Oh. Yeah, I'd say definitely one of my dirtier trading days in a long time. But actually feeling pretty good right now. Yeah, you too, Jerry. Enjoy. It's anything above the white line, right? Outlier is this moving average. So it needs to be above that white line. Again, I should be 10 points away now, give or take, from a green day. I don't need much. Just can't be an idiot. I got to fight back against my self-sabotaging asshole. That came off weird, but hopefully that you get what I mean by that. Huh. Weird morning. Ten seconds. Will we get to outlier? I'll be close. Nope. Everyone feeling calm and controlled? Good man, Tyler. Not good enough. Everyone within striking distance here? So pretty much same as me, Chris. That's good. About the same as me, Chris. So good. Not been an easy session. All right, maybe have a chance here. This should go outlier, this candle. If it doesn't, I'd be very surprised. All right, so we're doing well, team. We're doing well. All right, let's watch. That's technically outlier. One handle move to 700. That's pretty reasonable. So it'd have to look something like this. See if it gives us a little fake out high. Expecting pretty well. There's possibly, yeah. That'd be a 775 stop loss, guys. 775. A little bit too fast. Still no reference price. Now you're looking at a 78. I'll go reference price right around 70. Come on. Okay, guys, I am in 70.50. Not the best fill, short. Okay, see if it can go. Don't like that. Come on. Okay, guys, I'm closing here. I'm out. Exit price a little bit lucky. Could not get under that 70.50 the way I wanted. Now it's looking like the fake out is at 88. We're looking at maybe an 80-ish. Nice work, Eric. So that's about $100 on that one. That's too fast, way too fast. Better. Now you're looking at a 91 stop. Too fast. Damn, everything. Okay, this is a no-go. This might be a reversal again here. Yeah, increasing outlier. Fuck me, try this again. We for sure have a lot of setups, guys. Sure have a lot of setups. What a life. All right. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Okay, stop loss would be 790 for now. I mean, RJB, it's not a terrible day here, right? It's not a terrible day. Down like 800 bucks. So very much one trade away here still. Reference price on this would be under 99. All right, guys, I'm in 98.75. Again, I'm a bit early on this, which I don't like. Okay, took the stop. It's annoying. Puts me at minus 13. Does not fucking stop this relentless pursuit. Now we're looking for a fake out under our confirmation low and then a reset. That's a good question, Kiki. I still, all things considered, feel pretty calm. I do feel a little bit frustrated, but I don't feel like I've been breaking my rules. Realistically, maybe another 15 minutes or so. If something doesn't set up or come together, I'll take it in and just go, I don't know, wash out my feelings in the rain instead of in the market. So this looks like it might be another to the downside. I feel a little bit like I've got crazy pills in me. Sounds good, Eric. Nice work. All right, so we're back in business. Oh, fuck. 754 would be your stop for now. Reference price would be 750. Let's see if it fakes out. Okay, watch the fake out here. There it possibly is. Looking at a 756 stop loss. Okay, guys, I'm in 753, stop loss 756. Actually, correction on my fill, 753.75. There it goes. Keep flushing. There's 13, 14, 15. So now really focusing, guys, on closing as P&L is increasing. I'm not letting this gift not be a gift. Okay, I am out. Exit price 731. Woo! Closed that very early, very much traded my P&L on that. Oh. I'm this is getting kind of gross, but my hands are clammy now. Ugh. Yeah, we just stick to our rules, guys. We will eventually make money. Our risk reward dictates that, right? It's just fucking hard in the moment sometimes. Oh my God. Let's go, Chris. Nice work. Oh. Look, guys, I can't always promise you it'll be beautiful in here or super nice. And as long as we control our variables, we will be okay. It's just sometimes really freaking hard to do that. And I always promise you guys, I will show you the struggles when they go poorly and the upside when it goes well. And I'll show you how I control that stuff on a daily basis. That's the win. Yeah, Steven. So, I mean, I've been, I think, green every day since like early September. Today as well. Today now $320.17, which I feel like I've robbed a bank. I feel like I've robbed the Louvre or the Louvre, and their password on their video cams was just Louvre. Kind of feel a little bit like I've gotten away with daylight robbery here to a certain extent. But I will take it. Yeah, if you've learned anything, hopefully that it's like I give myself permission to feel these things. That's fine. I just don't give myself permission to change. And so then you reset, right? You got to give yourself something technical to focus on to remove that emotional pressure. And for me, it became closing as P&L is increasing, not letting wins become losses. I needed a good witching hour here today, and it kind of got one. Fucking hell. Not an easy day here, team. Not an easy day. I think like 3 or 4 for 10. But still green. We did a really good job managing those losses. Really, really good job. Fuck me. Oh. So Kiki, you asked when I would call it for the day. I think that's it. Like honestly, I feel like I said, I feel like I got away with some robbery there a little bit. Let's go, abs. Well done. Pretty much exactly like me on that last trade. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm honestly really proud of the team for fighting through there and being green on the day like today. All the stress and all the effort we've all put into improving our executions is paying off, right? On those days where we have to fight, That's where that execution precision really pays off. So really well done here, team. Really well done. Fucking hard work though today. Hard work. But the thing to acknowledge here, right, is that hard work was self-inflicted. It wasn't the market, it was me, right? There were multiple trades where I was up $1,000 plus, where I didn't take those wins and ended up with like a $300 loss. That's not making it easy for yourself to be a profitable trader. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration stemmed from, right? Is I had a chance to be green, good chance to have a much better day than what I've ended up with. And I didn't take it, right? I didn't make it easy for myself. So that's where the annoyance, I think, comes from, or like, God damn, I'm a fucking idiot that you feel sometimes. But you got to fight through that. You got to catch yourself doing that sometimes and then reset and find your trigger. Maybe I was a little bit too keen to prove to myself that I could be disciplined enough to do it. But I did. And I pulled it off, and that's I think something to be proud of. Any questions here, team? I'm not pushing my luck. I'm not doing anything else. Certainly going to need a nice cocktail here this evening. Fucking hell, though. What a day, guys. What a day. Oh. Sometimes you don't got to fight the market. Sometimes you got to fight yourself. Today was a fight yourself day. Well, at least my P&L started with a 3. Kept that gravy train going here. Oh, but yeah, a bit stressed out now, for sure. All right, guys. Final call for questions here. Final call for questions. I do have to take off. I have a call. But proud of the team today here, guys. Very proud of the team. That was a working man's day, and we had to work for it for a living. Why didn't you walk away, Dave? You're up $2,400. Why didn't you walk away? I think that puts me now what 43 to 176. So what 30 how many green days is that? 43 176. 33. Send me a DM, Dave. Send me a DM. All right, guys, I do got to jump off, though. I'm late here. So, yeah, same deal like always. If you have any questions, hit me up outside of market hours, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, definitely put a few hairs on my chest here today. That's is what it is, but happy to be green. Don't know if I deserved it. It definitely made my life way more difficult than I needed to. But is what it is. So same deal like always, guys. Hit me up. I'll do my best, and I'll see you guys on Monday.